Come on. Come on, you big galoot. Don't run over me. So if you're not careful, Moo will run right over you. He will. He will run right over you. Watch. You're gonna hurt somebody, you big dude. How do you make God laugh? How do you make God laugh? By tell him your plans. Is that not the truest thing? You tell God what your plans are and watch him laugh. You get it? Because God makes the plans. We just got to follow along. You start making plans and you watch what God's going to do to you.
I guarantee back in 2017, it wasn't your plan to have a flood,
nope,
like devastate this place. And so then it's easy to get mad and be frustrated. But then likewise, it also wasn't your plan to have a sanctuary in a
nope,
community of 1.6 million people. So you see what I mean? Like,
yeah, I totally understand that. So I'm going to rephrase what Ellie just now said, kind of reiterate it. In 2017, I thought that my life was going according to plan. Get in, team, right here. Y'all ready? I'm a
survivor.
Sanctuary.
Ready, burn! All right, so what's happened is I've come home from work and it's a very, very nasty day. We have a cold front blowing in. And so on days like this, we can't just go out and take our leisure time to feed up. So what I've created is a little chart here. Now, I've already talked to everyone about this, so this is just for you guys. All right, so I'm gonna make my way out first. You guys just excuse the footwear. It's not about the footwear, folks. It's not about the footwear. Mama's gonna take care of you, Lola. I gotta work on the bigs and the goats. That's my job. Who's hungry? So all the babies are inside the barn. That'll be easy. The hard part will be getting around Carl. But I want y'all to watch something. Carl's not aggressive when it comes time to eat. He's not.
All right, guys, here we go. Fortunately, the rain has receded a little bit. This is still going to be tough, though, because I just was out here only a few minutes before I found out we were feeding, and so I'm already a little bit fatigued from the weather, but this will be the final time I got to come out here in this horrible weather today, hopefully. So I'm just going to try to get this done as quick as possible and then go inside and warm up.
Come with me, sir.
Ain't no one got time to use a scoop. I'm just gonna pick up the whole pound bag and pour. Did you guys know that one 50-pound bag fits evenly into two 5-gallon buckets?
Tom, what are you waiting for, buddy? What? What's wrong with your eyes? For real. What's going on with you? Come here.
I want you guys to notice how the alpacas, the pigs, and Carl, well, the turkeys, they don't mind the rain. Most of the other babies, though, will choose to wait right here in the barn. All right, I'm coming, Munchkin.
With legs will enable her to go. I don't get how these guys right here are unfazed either. There's days last winter when it was like 30 degrees, freezing cold, and those ducks and geese were still in the pond.
So the hardest part of the oatmeal job is not the oatmeal. It's finding the bucket and figuring out where it was left last night, because none of these are oatmeal buckets. They're very special oatmeal buckets. Hold on, I bet I know.
It's nice and dry and warm in here. And some of the goats are venturing out. They just can't wait for Daddy. And the other goats and pigs are going to come over here and try to get them a bite before I actually pour. Let me have my bucket, please.
When it gets to be that way. All right, here we are. Packages. Oh no, my poor football. I cannot let my football get wet. There's also a smudge on the camera. I'll try to get that off. There we go.
All right, the goats are taken care of.
Just like men. Leave it out in the rain. Make me go find it instead of it being where it's supposed to be. Oh, these boys are lucky I love them.
All right, let's do this as fast as possible. I do not want to be out here any longer than I have to be. Oh, let's go. Quickly, quickly, quickly. Okay. All right, good job, guys. Good job. That was about 45 seconds, I think. I'm not counting, I'm just estimating.
Y'all are probably gonna be grossed out by this because it is so much oatmeal, it grosses me out. Keep in mind, there's 6 pigs, right? Petunia, Lola, Copper, Pig Trudy, Pig Newton, Peggy Pig, and oh my gosh, Tiny Tim, we have 7 pigs now. I can't even count. Because I wasn't counting Copper at first in my head. I knew we had 6, Jake has 1. Oh! Did you see that fail?
There comes LE with all of the packages. Side by sides filling up. We'll have a gifting goodies on Friday.
Yep, this makes you never want to have oatmeal again in your life. Ever. But boy, do they like it.
You done? Look how skinny that donkey looks. They look so skinny when they're wet. Oh no, she's limping. All right, guys, the second job right here is pretty self-explanatory. You got a scoop, you got fish food, and so now we use the scoop to scoop out the fish food, and now we go throw it to the fish. Pretty simple.
The ground is very sloppy. Oh, stop it, you. So I'm going to feed Tex inside his pasture first, and that way I can go ahead and close him in. I'll let everybody else come up. All right, look out, you big galoot. Come on, Tex, where's your trough? No, I can't find his trough. Oh, here it is. Move, Moo. His trough. Move it, you big galoot. You're gonna hurt somebody. Tex has pushed his trough way over here. Come on, Tex. So, you know, I let him out into the larger pasture during the day. And that gives him access to 5 acres of green stuff and a pond. In case he wants to get inside the water. He normally doesn't. But Moo will. Now you're probably saying, Lester, why do you have Moo in the front with Tex? Oh boy, look at that delicious stuff right there from my big boy. All right, he's good. Now you gotta come with me.
Told ya. Told ya. You wanna see the worst part about oatmeal? You gotta stir it. Yes. And that, folks, is why oatmeal is not a human food at the sanctuary.
All right, guys, the rain has actually cleared up quite a bit, so this isn't as bad as it was before. Feeding the fish is pretty easy. I'm sure y'all have seen it before in a video. And so all you really got to do is just make sure that you go all the way down to where the windmill's at over there, because if you pour the fish food in the shallow water, kind of right here near the front, then they won't be able to get as much. They might get beached, as they call it, or get stuck on the land. So if you go down to where the windmill's at in the deep water, the deep end, and just drop the food off there, then very easy, very happy for everybody. It's a win-win, as they say.
This is not your stall. Shoot. This is so mean to be eating Pixie's food. Go. Get out of the stall. Go to your stall. Go. This is what donkeys do. Jamie's already got the water filled. Now they're going to do this. See? This is what donkeys do. This is what donkeys do. This is why they call them jackasses, y'all. Because that is exactly what donkeys do. And they're gonna say, you know what? We're just gonna make you run a little bit. I'm not gonna run. Ivy, come on, sweet baby. Come on, love. Now look how sweet this girl is. Oh, it looks like it hurts so bad, everybody. I'm gonna have her make her way to her stall. Come on, love. Come on, baby. Come on, sweet girl. Don't join them. Ivy, don't join them. Oh, the influence. This is what they call peer pressure. Sweetie, do the right thing. Listen to, what would Jesus do, baby? WWJD.
I had to come feed this crew. Can't forget. Can't forget about my littles. Come on, babies.
I'm realizing now that maybe I should have worn boots. I'm trying to walk on the edge here where it's not quite so muddy. But yeah, this is a mess. And I'm wearing Crocs. Can y'all imagine when I pull my Crocs off at the end of the day? And because Crocs have little holes in them, oftentimes the dirt marks on my feet will have little hole shapes. Looks like my feet got shot by someone with some buckshot. Yeah, it looks like my feet have buckshot across them because all the dirt goes in the little holes. Oh, but these Crocs are comfortable, y'all. If you have still refused to wear Crocs because they're so nerdy looking, you don't know what your feet are missing. And at my age, I go for comfort over style. Seriously, I go for comfort over style. That is one thing that I have learned at my age, to choose comfort over looking good. I mean, yeah, you want to look good. You want to be attractive to people, but not at the cost of having feet that always hurt. Settle down. Are they really that hungry? Are they really that hungry? See, they're just afraid that Moo's gonna eat everything before they make it up there. Because they know that Moo is a big galoot. See, I can leave this gate open now, and that way, because I'm not concerned about Tex going out overnight. He'll stay in his 1 acre pasture. Tomorrow morning, I'll let all the bigs back. Well, I'll come close the gate out behind them all. I can let Tex come out, and that will give him access to the bigger pasture. That's how we do it. That's how we roll.
So sometimes these guys don't like what I'm serving. They prefer their own dinner. Ugh.
No, not now. This is the last thing that I need right now. Stop. 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 Get away from me. Stop. This is the last thing that I need right now. Stop. 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 Jerks, no.
Dinner is served. Boy, they like it. They got some worms, they got some corn, and they didn't want to eat in the barn. No, they are too proud to eat in that dang barn. Hi, babies. Sorry, Johnny. Hi, Thelma. Hey, Howard. Boy, it's a sloppy mess out here. Sloppy, sloppy. Look at Howard's colors coming in.
See, I haven't poured the feed out in these troughs yet because I want the horses to go into their stalls. Sometimes the horses get excited. There we go. They normally have the routine down pretty good, but sometimes inclement weather can kind of get them excited. All right, now I'll bring out the feed and put it in the troughs. All of the horses have been fed in their stalls. Sorry, Dan, you don't have a stall.
Dan's really sad right now.
Dan doesn't get a stall. Nope. All right, Lucky is good. Voodoo is good. Sorry, I didn't mean to startle you. Dixie's good. And have y'all noticed one thing that's wrong here? Do that again, Jamie? Don't you mean? All right, so Tex is about finished with his meal. All of the bigs, along with Donkey Dan, are over here eating in these feed troughs. I always put extra feed around, so if Moo or if one of the Santana or Pearl start getting mean and they start running Donkey Dan away from his food, he has somewhere else to go. So that does happen on occasion. Well, looky there. There's Jake. There's old Jake.
I'm like a blister.
He's like a blister.
Yeah, I'm about to show up when all the work's already done.
Oh, Jake's gonna show up when all the work is already done. Like a blister.
Get out of here. Go. Hey, get out of here. Scat. Go. Yeah, y'all get out of here, you punks. Oh, one of them still wants some more. All right. That was a disaster. Okay. That's that. Now just to get out of here. Oh, man. I honestly thought packages was going to be the harder job than feeding the fish. But turns out it was the exact opposite. I see the ducks taking a bite at some of the fish food. It's not for y'all guys. I guess it is, technically. Oh man, okay. I'm done now. Whew, that was tough.
See these little babies. Not those babies. That kind of baby. The minis. That's what I call them, the minis. Come here, minis. Joan. Come here, Joan. Uh-oh.
That was a pretty clever joke. Jake's like a blister. He shows up when the work is already done. That reminds me of a joke that I heard today. I'm gonna remember how it goes. How do you make God laugh? How do you make God laugh? By tell him your plans. Is that not the truest thing? You tell God what your plans are and watch him laugh. You get it? Because God makes the plans. We just got to follow along. You start making plans and you watch what God's going to do to you. All right. Now it's time to see a little bit of chaos. Because everybody likes oatmeal day. Right, Cornholio? The last pigs to be fed here are Lola and Petunia. Ellie's going to take care of those. Ellie, I'm going to ask you, I'm going to tell you a joke, and you're going to tell me your thoughts on it. You ready for this?
Okay.
All right, hold on a second. Clean up that water first. So how is the easiest way to make God laugh? How is the easiest way to make God laugh?
How?
You ready for this? Tell him your plans.
I get it.
What does that mean to you? The easiest way to make God laugh is to tell him your plans.
Do I feed her in this one right here?
Yeah, but put it a little bit closer to her.
All right, here's Virginia.
So what does that mean to you?
It means that we can have the perfect vision. We can spend hours and hours like planning and visioning what we want to happen and what we expect in the future, but if it doesn't line up with God's plan, then it's absolutely it's laughable for us to think that our will supersede God's will.
Right?
Yeah. We've all learned that.
Yeah.
There's not a single person, whether they believe or not, that hasn't learned that.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
That's funny. I heard that today, and it just kind of made me laugh out loud. But it's so true.
Yeah.
You can make all kinds of plans for, I want to do this, I'm going to do this, and then we're going to do this, and we're going to do this. And yeah, if you haven't asked God's plan, you might be in for a rude awakening, because God will kind of send you in the direction that he wants you to go.
Here's a great example, though, is like, I guarantee back in 2017, it wasn't your plan to have a flood,
Nope.
like devastate this place. And so then it's easy to get mad and be frustrated, but then likewise, it also wasn't your plan to have a sanctuary in a
Nope.
community of 1.6 million people. So you see what I mean? Like,
Yeah, I totally understand that. So I'm going to rephrase what Ellie just now said, kind of reiterate it. In 2017, I thought that my life was going according to plan. Teaching, coaching, very happy at my job, driving a bus, making all my ends meet. Everything was looking good financially. And I thought that my life was going according to my plans. And then Hurricane Harvey happened. And you all know the setbacks with Hurricane Harvey and how everything was kind of thrown out of sorts. Here we are, 4 years later, and this farm has never been stronger. We've never been able to provide such an amazing home for so many babies. And I say we, not just me, Jamie, Ellie, Jake, and the Morrows here. I mean you all. And so I don't know how your plans have changed when our plans or God's plan changed for us. But like Ellie said, this is a really neat thing going on here, and all of us coming together and all these babies having their best lives. Even on rainy, cold days. Even on the rainy, cold days. Petunia and Lola. That wasn't your plan, was it? To live in there with Petunia all the time. That wasn't your plan. But you know what? You're safer now. You have a companion now. And, oh, that worked out good for Jake's plan.
What?
To keep the barn cleaner. Without having having Lola in there all the time, eating all your oatmeal and...
I pick up a bag of feed, turn around, turn back around, have to pick it up again.
Yep.
Every day.
That's exactly what life was like. You'd pick up a bag of feed or a box of oatmeal, turn around, 5 minutes later, there's that oatmeal all across the floor. Or that bag of feed with holes in it. That was a good analogy, Ellie.
thank you.
You know the tag's still on your jacket, right?
That shows how often I use it, I guess.
And yep, bingo. Right there. Hey, ladies. Did y'all find some good stuff to eat? You want some crackers? If you'll follow me right inside this yard over here. Come on. Give y'all some animal crackers. Oh, these look good. Come on, sweet girl. Yep. I'm going to put these ladies right here inside the yard. Now, this is the littles pasture, but donkeys can go back and forth. They're not going to cause any trouble, no matter what pasture they're in, as long as they're in a pasture. Here you go, love. There we go. Come on, Ivy. Come on, Ivy. I would not want to be y'all right now. I would not want to be either of you right now. Come on, sweet girl. Oh, look at her baby hobbling along. We're going to have her looked at real soon. I told you in an earlier video that I made about her, where I did as thorough of an exam as I could, and all I saw was some swelling there right above her. All I saw was a little bit of swelling right above her hoof. So I don't think it's an abscess. I'm afraid that she might just have some joint issues because of her age. Here we go. Here we go. Hi. Hey, guys. How y'all doing? Ow! Okay. All right. I'm waiting. Look out, Ivy. A little bit further, baby. There you go. Now this here is the official end of my video. Thank y'all for watching. And thank you all for being a part of God's plan for us. Seriously, thank you all for being a part of fulfilling what I really truly believe is God's plan for us. Because we all, as far as this Morrow family, and I speak for every one of the Morrow families when I say this, we are all living our very best lives. The 100+ animals, living souls that live here on this farm are most definitely living their best lives ever. Okay, despite we have a little injury here and there, we're going to take care of that, but they're living their best lives. And we could not have ever done this without divine intervention. And that includes all of you coming to us and being a part of us when we needed you the most. And that's rare. That's rare. That's a rarity in this day and age. So thank you.
No one can say they worked any harder than Lester tonight.
That's true. And that's most nights. I'm just saying.
It's true.
Just saying.
It's true.
I am sick and tired of all them people saying, you don't represent what real farmers do.
Well,
This is...
that's farming right there.
What's that? Who else comes home with oatmeal on their legs, Jamie? Oatmeal on their
Not
legs.
me today.
Now, if you'll excuse me, I'm going to take my pants off.
Oh boy, I'm
Per
out.
Jamie's rules.